sneaking yourself a cracker.
You got cracker eating a cracker. Dude, that's an Ouroboros.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends and lore and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Welcome to episode 339, babes. How are you all? What's going on, dude?
Dude, I'm so pumped to be on 339. I didn't think I was going to make it here.
Come on. Why is that?
Just because of the traffic.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
And then I was like, oh, I gotta get there. And then I did that, the Batman thing.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Now,
dude, I'm glad you're here, man. I don't want to do this alone, never, ever. So first time listening, welcome to our show. Bless you. Good luck making it through the episode. If you're a returning listener,
please. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a special one.
Yeah,
we just did a Patreon special.
Patreon special with our good friend Tony from Spectrum News 13. So patreon.com/From podcast to hear all that. And we just relaunched. Drum roll, please. Josh, got a drum roll on that soundboard over there?
I got, hold on.
Press one of those buttons for me real fast. Anyone.
Okay. Oh, that's probably not the best.
Now, Sunny Coast Clubhouse is back. Our kids show, the kids version of our show, it's basically the same show, but appropriate and truthful, right? So it's for your kids and for you, but it's Peyton Ward, one of our hosts who does Out of the Office for our show.
Yeah, what a fresh voice.
Dude,
they call her the fresh voice
of a generation.
Podcasting.
They call it, Joe Rogan called her that. And so it's Sunny Coast Clubhouse. It is it's a branch of our show. Same type of stuff, but for your kids. We just launched on Monday of the back to school episode.
God. Kids were pumped to hear it, but also sad, right?
It was tough to record it because you're doing it for kids and you're going like, isn't school fun? And like every kid in the country is just like,
where's the integrity there? Like we just talked with Tony.
That's right.
Where's our journalistic integrity?
The difference between us and Tony is that Tony is a true journalist and we are just vagabonds trying to find our way throughout this.
Vagabond journalists.
That's right. So tune in to Sunny Coast Clubhouse. But if you want the adult stuff, like if you want the grown-up stuff, the stuff that's going to make you question a lot of stuff about your faith and your life, hang on to us, baby. Stay tuned for the rest of the episode.
Hey, headlines?
Give me the news, babe. I need it.
Now, when we talk headlines, we always usually end up with someone that goes to jail, right?
Hopefully. Typically, yeah. Yeah.
And when they go to jail, there's likely a defense. That happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today's news stories, the two that I have picked out, they do have the best defense. One I think is better than the other one. I'll just say it. The first one was my friend dared me.
My friend dared me to do the crime, is what this person said.
Yeah, this guy stole a package
off
a doorstep.
Yeah,
and his defense was, my friend dared me,
which valid,
and it could work in maybe the ninth district court.
Yes, right.
But the lower ones, it doesn't hold up. This one, I think if I heard it as the cop, and as the judge, I would be like, pass. Right?
Yeah, so this Florida man,
I think they could pass on it.
Yeah, this Florida man steals a package, and then he says, like, dude, like, whoa, my friend dared me to do it.
Yeah.
Like, arrest
guilty
him.
For me.
Yeah, don't arrest me.
But this news story that I'm going to present is where, as the judge, I would be like, that's a good defense.
Yeah.
So this Florida man, and I hate to put the shine on you, but this Florida man had a laser pointer.
You can't.
And as a recently 40-year-old man, you received a birthday gift, as all 40-year-old men do.
That's right. Rite of passage.
You got a laser pointer and them tips, they say.
Yeah, just the tip, just for a second, see how it feels. So you put the thing about laser pointers. For the kids who don't know what those are, you put a tip on it, and it could be like a dove, it could be a peace sign, it could be a middle finger,
Playboy Bunny.
Playboy Bunny. And you shine it on the wall, and everybody's like, "This guy's so cool," or shine it at a helicopter or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh wow, you heard. So this guy, he didn't have the Playboy Bunny tip. Probably because he didn't have good friends celebrating his birthday.
That's right. Thank you, man, for that gift, by the way.
But it was 2 a.m. and he was outside, and he hears that. Do your helicopter impression? Nice. So he hears his helicopter above his head, and he's like, "I could hit that." You know, with a laser pointer.
Of course.
So he's got his binocs. He's ready, and I got to give him credit for that. He's kitted out. He's got his binocs. He's got a normal flashlight because he doesn't want to trip over things.
Yeah, right.
And then he's got his green laser pointer,
military,
and he sees that that helicopter up there, and it's just flying around, and he donks it. You know, hits that donk button.
Yeah,
it shoots a beam up there, and the helicopter he hit was a sheriff.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do
frowny
that.
face.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is going to come. This guy. He landed age-wise right between us.
24.
Yep, 41.
41.
Adam Santiago Lugo.
Domestic terrorism was the charge?
It could be. It could end up that way. So he's standing out in his driveway, and he's got his flashlight, his laser pointer, and his binocs. Boom. Hits the helicopter, which I got to say, good shot. Right?
Dude, to hit something flying with people make light of laser pointers, but to hit something in the air that high is actually a specialized skill set. That's unique, dude.
It is, yeah. And now I think the sheriffs were like, this is tough because like we want to hire him,
right, as a sniper,
sharpshooter wise, but we also want to kill his dog.
No.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. They didn't kill his dog. But the chopper used a FLIR thermal camera.
Yeah.
And they just zoomed in on him, and then they told the other cops, land cops. You got air cops, land cops, ocean cops.
That's right. Yep.
They told the land cops where he was.
Yeah.
And they get there, and he goes, "I'm just being silly."
Dude, come on, bro. Can a boy act out sometimes?
To anything, then I'm just being silly.
There's not. There really isn't, dude.
Case closed.
Dude, one of the hijackers said that, actually. I'm just being silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the one that crashed in the field?
Yeah. Cut me some slack. I'm just being silly, he said.
Yeah.
If I have to pick between the two, my friend dared me and I'm just being silly, I'm going to side with I'm just being silly every single time, because you never know when you're going to get a silly cop. Some cop, like 1 in 10 cops are silly.
Okay,
so if you
play the role of the cop. All right,
go ahead.
to my driveway.
Get on the ground.
Hey, what for? What? I'm white.
My bad. Here's some money. Is that pretty
Perfect. I'm just being silly.
Yeah, just being silly. So did he go to jail? What was the verdict on this?
Yeah, he went to jail.
I
think it was the last name. It threw the cops off.
Yeah, they were
Santiago Lugo.
Yeah, 2 last names. They weren't sure if he was divorced or what was going on there. I do think that Florida man shines a light into a helicopter and then goes to jail. That's a pretty normal Wednesday for
It's the I'm just being silly defense, and I wish we can quote it and then put like a hyphen with his name.
That's really good, dude. I'm just being silly Santiago, and then
Santiago
just like
Lugo.
Yeah, Lugo. I got a headline, and it's interesting, man, because I'm going to start this with a question. When you go to the doctor, there's a really good chance you're not actually seeing the doctor. You're seeing a nurse practitioner. Or you're seeing some sort of like intern.
You know this?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the doctor a couple times, and every time it's just been like a child fresh out of school. We're in scrubs.
Yeah,
and I like to think that they know more than me, and they're going to take care of me. That's something that
ideally, if you're in scrubs,
yes,
I assume you know more than me.
So this headline is Florida woman gets arrested for falsifying medical documents. And so when you read that headline, you think to yourself, yeah, so maybe I went in with COVID and she marked it
Yeah.
down that I had whooping cough or something, or I went in with a
Yeah,
headache and
yeah,
she
yeah.
gave me
Or I had
Vicodin.
5% body fat.
100%, which I do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
I know.
I can relate to
That's
that.
offensive that they would say only 5%,
Bro, 2.5,
not
if I'm being
3%.
honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
feel this. But here's my thing. So this lady, what turns out what she was doing is she actually lied on her certification when she applied at this hospital.
You can do that?
Apparently you can, bro, because the real crime, I mean, she committed some crimes that we're going to get to, but the hospital didn't like follow the proper checklist for verification. And so they hire this lady and she has this like nurse verification number, right? When they run that number, they go, hey, the first name matches you, but the last name doesn't match you. And her response was, I just got divorced. And they go,
Santiago Lugo.
Right. So sorry about your loss. Come work here at this hospital. She diagnoses and serves 4,000 patients.
In one day?
No. Over the course of her career, before the hospital goes, hey, time out. Did you ever get your last name changed? Did you ever get that figured out?
Why does she have a career?
They didn't follow up on her verification information. This woman was not a nurse. She had no training. She had no schooling. And she served and prescribed stuff to 4,000 Central Florida residents before the hospital.
How long?
Over the course of 8 months. Before the hospital realized.
She saw 4,000 people in 8 months?
60-hour weeks, baby. Yeah, that's a real.
Dude, I believe that she's qualified.
That's an interesting question because initially she wasn't. But trial by fire, she essentially now is qualified.
Ooh, baby.
That's the catch-22. So she gets fired from this hospital, but then she gets arrested because she falsified medical documents. And then you got 4,000 patients now going, wait a second, dude.
She got it right.
She got it right. You know what I mean?
I am overweight. How'd she know?
How'd she know? Yeah. I do have a nicotine addiction. You know what I mean?
I have herpes. How'd she know?
Come on.
I think that the biggest crime here is if I'm going to get nude in front of someone in scrubs.
Come on. I like where this is going.
That's it. I'm going to get nude in front of someone in scrubs.
You got scrubs on? You better believe I'm getting undressed pretty quickly.
Dude, check this out.
I don't want there to be any clothing barrier between myself and healing, right? I don't want a doctor.
Diagnose everything. If you're in scrubs and you're just a teeth doctor, I don't care. You got more than me.
I like to trick doctors. I'll go in for like a cough, but then while I'm in there, I'm like, look at this spot on my back. What do you think about that? What is that? What's going on back there?
I think the cough starts down here.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. So what hospital is this that doesn't double check on the last name?
I honestly don't. The report didn't say. I
bet Tony would know.
Tony's a real journalist. Tony would know. But it's somewhere in Central Florida. But it's been rectified. She's in prison. They actually sent her to another country, actually. So she's not going to be an issue anymore.
That makes sense.
They took care of that.
Because the qualifications are different there.
Well, no, because she said I was just being silly. And then they were so upset.
Now, quick question here. Would you be, let's just say that you schedule your doctor's appointment. He's like 6 months out. And it's going to be $350.
He's a popular doctor, bro. Yeah, 6 months out, $350.
And then you talk to your friend and they're like, I know a lady in scrubs that can check you out right now.
Immediately taking my shirt off. Like immediately.
$50.
$50.
Hey, everyone.
You know, I just realized, bro, you open every segment.
Well, that's what a professional man does. When he's...
I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's what a Dom does, bro.
Come on. You're right, Lepenzo. Go ahead.
I'm not a switch. I'm not a sub. I can be.
You can be.
Anyways.
Sunday Coast Clubhouse.
The other day we did voicemails.
That's right. That's right.
And one that couldn't be heard, but we put it through AI so that we could get a transcript.
That's right.
This isn't the icebreaker, but I really wanted to honor that person that spent their time speaking to our voicemail box.
Come on, man. What a sacrifice to these folks.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. So I'll read it.
Go ahead.
Okay. And then we can go into the official icebreaker.
I like that. A little teaser, a little warm up.
Yeah. It starts with, this is important. Listen, it's me again. Patricia Hat.
Patricia. Thanks for listening, Patricia.
So I saw this pelican flying around my beach condo like so many times, confused for sure. And she looked lost,
The pelican was a female.
I guess, apparently. So I clonked her. Nice. I
Incredible.
clonked her with a pool net and caught her. Now I'm holding her, and yeah, she's definitely lost.
Yeah.
Is there someone I should take her to? Like the zoo or to that lady vet on the Discovery Channel show? Ugh. What's her the one with the loose tooth the one with the loose tooth and the crocheted life-size Hubble telescope.
Yeah, never heard. I've never seen that program. I
haven't-
wish I had
you
seen
haven't
that
watched it?
program. I love a good loose
And I
tooth.
think this is where like the message got jumbled because she's talking to someone that's not on the phone.
Yeah.
She says, "Hey Mandy, what's that Lady Bird doc's name on Discovery Channel?" And then Mandy apparently she says, "Oh, that show? That's Beak ER, the Bill Doctor."
That's good. That's really good. Dude.
Okay, thanks. So yeah, should I call Beak ER the Bill Doctor? And since it's so important to Luke, yes, the gender is a she. I checked her cloaca.
Okay. Oh, I don't.
And then a hang up tone.
Then she hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patricia, but Patricia.
Patricia, Patricia Hat.
We're
I didn't
grateful
know
for
Hat was a common surname.
it is, but we're grateful for all of our listeners who call in, take the time to call in to our voicemail number. But I want to say this,
Yeah.
you know, when you are calling in asking for advice, you have to keep this in mind. We get a lot of voicemails, and we're only checking them once a week. So if it's an emergency or if it's some kind of thing where you got to,
Yeah, no, nothing that
cloaca-
needs 72 hours.
yeah, brother, if you need if you need a response pretty quickly, hang up, dial 911. Don't call our voicemail
Well, I don't know about. I mean, I think that's a crime.
to call 911.
No, to hit a bird with a
Yeah,
pool
well,
net.
she said she clonked it with a pool neck. I don't even know what that
That
means.
sounds serious.
Now,
actually.
okay, so we want to honor Patricia for calling that voicemail in, and we'll send you some merch. So, if in all seriousness,
Should we?
yeah, DMS will send you some merch for calling in and killing that bird, I guess. But
I guess. Would you know if a bird's lost? Can I ask you that? It's a personal question.
I trust the Lord, man, to send them where they need to go. So I don't ever take that upon
Sparrows don't
myself.
stress where they're going to eat.
Come on, dude. Come on, keep preaching for a second, just for a moment.
That's
for our
all I
listeners.
know.
Yeah. Sparrows don't know where they're going to eat. You had asked me earlier in the week to come with a story concerning where my reputation had preceded me.
Yeah. Okay. Only because we did a team building exercise at work.
That's right. The Enneagram.
Yeah, the Enneagram. Yeah, and what they did was they had 3x5 cards and they had this like word bank, and it was just like positive things, synonyms and such,
Yeah.
like timeliness
Yeah.
and other ones. Smells
Cleanliness.
good.
Yeah. Right.
And so they said they had our groups of people here and the employees, and they said write down one for your coworker, pick from the word bank, right? And the one that I had the majority of was funny, which
People are calling you
I get
funny.
it. I get
Say-
it, dude.
Yeah, you're funny for a living. You know what I mean?
It's
So
I mean especially with the audience that I was around.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cackle King, they call me
Dang. dude.
CK.
Yeah, they did say that. And-
So the uncomfortable part was when the manager said, "Oh, you're funny. Do something funny."
That's the worst, actually. It's like, oh, hey, funny guy, make me laugh, court jester style.
And I don't do funny stuff.
Right. You
Like
just
it's
are.
in me.
Right.
It emits from me when
Come
the time
on.
is right.
Come on.
And so they pressured me for a joke,
Okay.
and I only know two.
Two
Well, I only
jokes?
know the garbanzo bean one,
Don't say the garbanzo bean joke.
which isn't work appropriate, which
It's
would have
not
got me
work
fired.
appropriate. That's right.
Yeah, and then I know my my flip flop joke
Okay.
and my ceiling fan joke.
That's right. That's right. I'm
So
intimately aware of both of them.
both of them.
Yeah.
So I this was the tough part. In my head, I'm like looking at the audience. I'm like, would they know ceiling fan or would they know flip flop? Flip flop's kind of Florida based.
Right.
Ceiling fans are universal, I'd like to think. But I went with the flip flop joke.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and retell it
Yeah.
for our new listeners.
Come on, go ahead. And I'm gonna pretend
Just
I haven't
like I
heard it yet.
retold it at the workplace. Yeah.
That's right.
So I blew out my flip flop the other day.
What?
Yeah, dude, it just kicked right through it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Strong. It's a toe,
Yeah.
probably. In this joke it is.
Yeah.
So I went to Walmart and I bought a flip flop repair kit.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
And I opened it up and it was just another pair of flip flops.
And the room was
Now-
like holding their belly and just
Yeah.
peeing
hold on.
everywhere.
I
And just like, ah.
something from our audience. Oh wow, that's not the reaction I expected,
Yeah.
but I accept. Usually laughs. I don't have a laugh button,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's similar to what the room did, just without the applause.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And then the manager, he said, so I don't get it, but maybe like it's aspirational.
Come on.
And then Tanya got called out for her timeliness. Yeah, because she's on time. Okay, she lives like 3 doors down. from
Yeah,
work.
100%. Thanks, Tanya, for
Congrats.
having no life.
Preach.
Yeah. So dude, mine's similar. I was at a
You guys tell
conference.
jokes in front of people.
Well, kinda. I feel like my whole life's a joke in front of people, man. I was in Orlando, and there's this. I have a foot, a loose foot
Fetish.
in the.
Oh, I was finishing it for you. No.
I got a loose foot fetish. Well, so what I was gonna say is polar opposite. I got a foot in the church world. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But both can be true. We're a progressive organization.
course.
But I was in Orlando at a conference, and there is this pastor that in the circle of church folks, I suppose, he's done well for himself. He was the officiant for Kanye and Kim Kardashian's wedding, like
Rick Warren.
Rick Wilkerson Jr. So Richie Jr. is what I like to call him. And Richie Jr. pastors down in Miami.
Same initials.
Same initials. And we were at this conference together, and I had a migraine. I was sitting in the back, and Pastor Richie Jr. walks in, and mind you, I'm not somebody like, unless you're like Ellen DeGeneres or like Barack Obama, like I'm not gonna freak out if I meet you. Like I'm not like I don't really whatever. But Richie walks in. It's just the two
And he
of
goes,
us.
"Did you pray about this migraine?" And you're
Well,
like,
yeah.
"God,
I'm
no."
like, oh, my head's hurting, And we got to talking, man. It was just he and I for like an hour, and we were just kind of like bonding and stuff.
Whoa.
And we're talking about our show, talking about Florida Man, Florida Man.
Oh, thank you. Always preaching.
Dude, I'm always pushing the show. And Richie goes, dude, like if you next time you're in Miami, next time you boys are in Miami, hit me up. I'll show you around Miami. We'll have a good time together.
Shout out.
Richie says that. So that was and I said to him as a response, I said, actually, we've been talking about, my business partner and I have been talking about doing an episode on a train, because I had never been on a train before at the time.
Yeah, trains are cool.
They are. And I said, so maybe we'll take a train down. And he said, there's a train from Orlando to Miami. And he goes,
Dude, we know it kills everybody.
he goes, that's right. He goes, the murder train. He goes, if you do an episode on that train and you come to Miami, I'll show you around. That, I swear on my life, that was the extent of the conversation. And so an hour goes by, some of the conference is happening, and we're backstage, and Richie walks in with his staff, and he's introducing his staff to people who are
How
of
big
note.
a staff does R.W. Jr. have?
He's got a massive staff, but with him he had a team of like 6 people, right? Like kind of like a
That's
posse.
cool. That's cool.
And so he's pointing out people in the green room, and he gets to me, and he goes, he gets to my buddy Chase. He goes, that's Chase Wagner. He's a well-known worship pastor. That's Wayne McCarty, big train guy, loves trains. Guy's a big train fan. And I'm like, brother, what? Like I said in passing, I might take a train to your city so you can show me around. I didn't say that I love train.
You are a big train guy. You've been keeping the best secret.
But that's the thing, is like that maybe it's an intimate secret I didn't want out there. And so I didn't think anything of it after that. I was just like, oh, kind of funny, haha, Wayne loves trains. There's been worse things said about me. And so I was like, that's fine.
Wayne loves trains. It's the same thing. Bad and good.
Wayne's got a foot fetish. Wayne loves trains. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the same,
it's the
same realm
compliment.
of, yeah. I wish I did, but anyways, so fast forward to like 4 months ago. All right.
Oh,
I get this
okay.
invite in the mail, and
Yeah.
it's addressed.
mail.
It's addressed to our show, and it's an invite for us to come to this fundraiser that's in St. Pete. St. Pete's about an hour from our studio.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yes. And so so I get there and I don't really know anybody, which isn't like a challenge for me, bro. I'm pretty, eccentric, whatever. I walk in,
Yeah.
I'm talking to people, kind of mingling.
Egocentric.
That's right. And,
No,
and it's,
eccentric.
you're right. And so this is a black tie affair. Can I say that? And so
I don't know.
it's a well kept event. Like a step under Eyes Wide Shut.
Bilderbergs.
Bilderbergs, right. So I'm there rubbing elbows with folks, and the guy who's leading the fundraiser, the guy who's like the head honcho, I'm gonna call him Pete for the sake of this, for the sake of public television.
Okay.
But Pete pulls me aside, who's the head of this fundraiser, and he goes, "I want to show you something, man." And I'm thinking to myself, this is the big break. One of two things is going to happen. One of two things. I'm either in, or this is like a Diddy thing, and it's about to get. I'm in trouble.
You didn't think you were in harm's way at all.
Not to that moment.
Like,
not to that moment.
Okay.
Where that's when I realized I'm a young cracker. Or there could be some kind of thing going on. That perhaps.
Crack-a-lackin'.
That's right. So we got back in the back room, and immediately I'm like, "Oh man, this is either going to be good or great." And then they're right.
Yeah,
and so or bad. Sorry, yeah. And so we go back there, and there's a model train set up around like 4 or 5 tables, and it's just kind of like choo choo, just chooching along this track.
Oh, he just thing on,
brother. He looks at me, and then points back to that, and he goes, "What do you think?" And I was like, I mean,
I don't know, man. I've seen stuff move before.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, does it run on AA? You know what I mean? Like, how do you want me to contribute to this? And he goes, "I heard you're a big train guy." And I'm like, bro,
this is the best call that I've ever seen.
Is everybody talking about this now on Twitter? Is that like the Wayne McCarty hashtag?
Yeah.
Like
Love
next to all the
trains.
train emojis and all these. Dude, and if you're into trains, more power to you, bro. Everybody's into what they're into. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not a train guy. I've never claimed to be one. And now I've got personal beef with Richie Jr. down in Miami at VU Church. I'll call him out. Because dude, here's the thing, bro.
We wanted to be a part of this scene.
That's
not
right.
the train scene.
No.
But the scene that you got invited to.
Rich White's, yes.
Yeah, Rich White.
Yes.
And now we need you to keep going.
Yeah. The show needs me to keep being the train guy.
I love trains.
So we can pay our bills.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Did Rich Wilkinson Jr. prophetically speak onto you that you were going to need to love trains?
Oh my God.
This is what I'm saying, dude.
Bro, come on. And you're
RWJ?
Realistically, how can you be agnostic after that?
I can't.
So this is the portion of our show, Joshua, isn't it, where we teach a little history, give a little lesson, and provide information for our listeners. What folks call the boring part of the show.
Well, it's also the courting part because you're going to fall in love.
That's true.
You just don't know when.
A lot of folks will write in and they'll say, like, "Wayne, you used to tell stories that were much longer than you currently tell." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired, bro."
Says that. Delete them.
Michael Mutz. People of his stature. But I joked around with our live stream earlier before we were on the air that we find ourselves in a season of PSAs, it feels like, right? Where we are having to make alligator attack announcements and then talking about the Everglades and the dangerous encroachments happening down there with our government. And tonight we're talking about some traffic scenarios, which I know what you're thinking. This is exciting. This is really exciting.
I hate traffic.
Same, which is why you moved. It's literally like
I did think I was going to have an aneurysm.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you can even have one like from stress.
Yeah,
but I felt like I'd be the first.
Can I tell you something that was said about Florida traffic? And this goes into the bit here. There was a representative recently who said that Florida traffic is apocalyptic, which I feel like
that's a good word.
That's a great
if I was
word.
Non-agnostic, I would say that's apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. Florida is consistently ranked among the most dangerous states for pedestrians. So
easily,
when you think about our growing population and then the lack of funding for infrastructure or just a lack of time to actually build the roads that are needed, it is an apocalyptic scenario. In our county alone, it was estimated that 40,000 people have moved here recently. And
if I'm honest, when I see someone walking, I'm instantly angry. I'm like, oh, they think they're better than me?
That's right. You think they're healthier than me? You think they have to get their
Not
blood
today,
pressure down?
not for long.
Not for
You're not going to be healthier
not
than
for
me.
long, Bubba.
You
Not
jogging?
That's right.
Not for long.
Yeah, not with Josh on the road. And so we do have a PSA tip briefly before getting into some fun stories here because, look, a lot of you listen to this in the car. And so, like, when you're on the road, when you're driving, first of all, put your phone down, right?
Well, I don't know if we can do that.
I mean, it's suggested that you
Just put it in front of you so, like, you can also see.
That's actually a great
If
point.
it's me, like, use the steering wheel grip.
That's true. To watch your shows on the way home.
Yeah.
Now the cops wouldn't agree with Josh. I will, for the sake of our brotherhood. But here's something that we wanted to just bring awareness to is that school has started back, and so that means
now,
a lot of
definitely summertime. Use your phone.
You can drive with your eyes closed in the summer. When the schools are back in session, keep an eye out for the kids, keep an eye out for pedestrians. Florida really is a beautiful place, but we got some issues that we're working through right now, and we need you to listen up. And as you're listening to the show, again, just keep your eyes on the road, be careful. But I thought, in the spirit of this, since we've fulfilled our obligation to the state, I wanted to bring just some wild traffic stories that have happened in the history of our state to kind of just give people some silly examples of like what we're dealing with down here. I brought 5 because I was like, and there's millions.
You could have brought 6 years worth.
Dude, so I was telling our showrunner Luke before we went live, I was like, dude, I had 2 stories about traffic that all had to do with the Gandy Bridge. But it just kind of bummed me out because, dude, a barge, like a giant barge, hit the Gandy Bridge once a decade for 30 years? Like, that's actually kind of crazy to me that like there were 3 major ship accidents on that one bridge over the course of, 3 decades, but in one of those, a chunk of the bridge came down, and the Gandy Bridge, I believe, is Tampa area, and so imagine that high volume traffic having a piece
near
missing
Gandy,
from it,
Florida,
named after a guy named Gandy. And so, but imagine a piece of that bridge being gone. How horrific traffic was then after that.
Oh no,
not including the loss of income and life and stuff that happened.
I like that you prioritize that loss of income.
That's right, and then
life.
Yeah, right. Being poor, being dead. You see what I'm saying?
Dead.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd rather be dead than poor.
Bro, tell me.
You watch White Lotus?
Yeah. It's the rich white. I'm trying to get in the club, bro. You know what I mean? Train guy. So here's the thing, though. The first story I have here is a true story that happened in Florida. It's a lawnmower DUI on the Suncoast Parkway, right? So, you're on the Suncoast Parkway. You expect to see pickup trucks, sedans, so on and so forth. This fella got on his riding lawnmower this past summer, not that long ago. And he's a 38-year-old man named Christopher Spain. He took his lawnmower out for a spin on the highway. And which is amazing. So imagine
you're roads only.
That's right. Imagine you're in a vehicle doing like 70, right? You're doing like the average. You're kind of
recording this. I am.
That's right. You are like you're driving to work recording this episode, and you look to your right and you see this like slow moving kind of green machine, just kind of like
Oh, John Deere, nice.
John Deere chugging along down the way, right?
I wouldn't see it for long.
No,
I'm doing 90.
That's
right. Sunshine.
That's right. But this gentleman, not only was he arrested for driving a lawnmower on a major highway in our state.
That's wrong.
Homie blew like 3 times the legal limit when it came
I would expect that, if I'm honest.
Imagine getting a DUI on a lawnmower. You know what I mean? Like your luck is.
I could imagine that. I've been intoxicated.
No.
I've never had to blow anything intoxicated.
Lucky you. Yeah.
So I don't know what I would blow. But I can't imagine being so drunk where I think driving on the interstate is a good idea.
But you know what's funny about that is like I can't imagine being so drunk that I thought driving something that slow was a good idea. You know what I mean?
You got to crank that thing.
You gotta crank that thing, dude. But what's funny about this happened this past summer? But did you know, like, there's a
It's
country
hot.
artist named George Jones, and I think it was like
Huh.
in the 70s or maybe the 80s. He was arrested
Yeah.
in our hometown of Lakeland for
Oh,
doing the same exact thing, DUI on a lawnmower. It's such a
yeah. I
Florida
thought that
man
was a
thing,
tractor.
or a tractor. I'm a city boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the difference.
Yeah, lawn tractor, lawn mower, those are different. The price jumps.
Yeah.
So
Here's
many
another one we
times.
have here in the second story. A
That guy
motor
went to jail.
went to jail big time. Went to
Okay.
jail big time. Motorcyclist versus alligator. This headline says that wildlife warnings are nothing new in Florida, but on May 31st, 2025, one particular alligator decided to take its shot at fame, this headline says.
Yes.
Just after sunset in Orange City, Florida, a 6-foot alligator stumbled onto a 2-lane road, unaware that a motorcyclist was heading that way. Okay.
Okay. Let's just clarify this for non-Floridians.
Yeah.
Not all names of towns are this dumb.
Orange City,
Yeah.
hot
That
town.
sounds fake.
Yeah, trust me. Most of what we do sounds fake. We were just talking with our brother Tony about this. There is a sense of integrity and a burden upon folks who share Florida news to clarify what we're saying actually happened.
An alligator wants to cross the road.
Come on.
Why did the alligator cross the road?
I knew,
Wayne?
dude. I promise from the bottom of my heart, I knew you were gonna say that. And the question is, I don't know. The Lord willed it. I don't question
Lord
animal
willed it.
behavior or animal actions. Not my cup. I'm not the expert there. But this motorcyclist never saw it coming. The bike's front wheel hit the
Yeah.
gator's back, sending the rider airborne. He flipped over the handlebars and he landed against a tree. Okay, so
Well,
sounds
you could have
painful.
landed back on the motorcycle. That would have been.
Here's the
Something.
issue. He was then pursued by the gator.
Oh, by the alligator.
Because here's the thing: you would think the police, right? Because they love chasing people. But the alligator is in like, you hit me with you hit me with your motorcycle.
No.
I'm upset. This is going to be a TKO.
I was joking when I said the alligator pursued.
So
You're
here's
saying a
right.
motorcycle cruising along.
Yes. So here's the
I
thing.
imagine 60 miles an hour at least.
Well, and the adrenaline got him on his feet and away from the gator. But when we talk about alligators in our state, and you think about this, it was hit by a motorcycle going 60 miles an hour.
Dude, yeah.
And at best, it was like, "Hey, I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty upset at you now."
It should knock the wind out of you,
Uh-huh.
at the very least.
A motorcycle?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course. 100%.
Yeah.
This gentleman ended up being okay, and he wasn't charged with anything. I mean, obviously, he wasn't doing anything wrong. However,
Okay.
this did lead to, in that particular county of Hillsborough, that did lead to a multitude of state-sponsored signs that say "Watch for wildlife" along the interstates. Because
So just one guy tripping over.
well, they
an
realize
alligator?
there's no way to really. They've built some of these wildlife passages over some of our highways that are supposedly supposed to allow like a
All
land
right.
land
Dude, I'm in
bridge.
Florida. I'm going to be looking out for stuff.
Come on, right?
This is against him. He's not being hyper vigilant.
He was probably watching a
Move
movie
up
on
the
his
road.
phone.
Look where you're going.
Come on, dude. My third story here. This headline says HOA speed cameras that might cost more than just a fine. And so speeding
Not a big
tickets.
Hoa fan.
Imagine, dude, HOA. If you have an HOA and you're listening to this, God bless you. Like,
Sorry.
I have never seen power go to someone's head faster than any HOA board. Like, I've never met an HOA president that I was like, oh man, you're a lovely individual. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no.
they
I
get
don't think
so
they
like
can be.
caught up on the power. Imagine your HOA issuing you a speeding ticket. That's what happened
No,
in
they're not.
Laurel Oak Estates in Sarasota. One of their private roads, they have speed cameras and license plate readers that track every single vehicle that passes through. And if you go more than 5 miles over the limit, it's a default $125 fine. And if you go any more than 10 miles an hour, it's a $200 fine issued by
Who?
your HOA.
I paid them to put those in, and now I'm paying.
It's cyclical. It's the income system in the HOA is cyclical.
Okay.
Now here's the thing: if you do not pay the fine. The first step for this is they restrict your access to the neighborhood amenities. You want to play tennis? You can't do that. You want to go swimming?
I can't scan my card.
Can't
I
scan
can't
your
get
card.
into the old pickleball court.
You were going 5 miles over the speed limit, and now you cannot do anything in your HOA.
There was an emergency. My kid was choking on a golf ball.
Nope, they don't let you do that. No. Laurel Oak Estates, you got to pay your fine first. Now, here's the thing. If you then continue to not pay the fine, they will place a lien on your home.
That shouldn't be a thing you're able to do.
It's one of those situations where it feels like the epitome of corporate greed. Like it feels like it's like I can't imagine moving into a neighborhood. Yeah, right. What power? Like that? It's that power, that corrupt power, and I can just picture. I'm not trying to make this a thing, but I can picture the head of the HOA. You know what I mean? I know what she looks like. You know what I'm saying? I know what she looks like. And
how white is she?
Yeah, she's very white, bro. And she looks like every teacher that you didn't like growing up. Does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about? Like that one. You know, again.
Patricia.
That's Patricia. Oh no, come on. So last two here. Number 4.
Hold on.
Yep.
Would you rather?
I like this game.
Them put a physical lien on your house, like 2 degrees.
I see what you're saying. That's cool.
Your whole house is just now shifted up 2 degrees.
That's right. Go ahead. Yep. Or
a lien on your actual title.
I think the 2 degree
Built
shift.
my house.
Yeah, 2 degree shift.
Yeah.
Because it would take me a long time to notice. I think I would feel slightly off.
All right. They put a lien on your house, and it's a noticeable lien, but it's not one that's gonna like confuse your dog.
That's where it's tricky because I don't care about my dog. So I do think that I would still choose the physical lien because again, I would assume it was like my equilibrium was just off and I had like an ear infection or something. I wouldn't
spill a drink. You got 15 feet of liquid to clean up before you can get to it.
I'm chasing it down a hallway.
Does that bother you?
It bothers me, but not as much as a lien on my property where like I could potentially be homeless because I sped through a white neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like
Laurel Oaks, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that we have that name one more time. Laurel Oak Estates in Sarasota. They have a website. Okay. They have an Instagram too. So do what you do best. Listeners.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. We don't like you.
Guess we should go speed through their neighborhood.
I love how you're like you use your platform to stop corrupt politicians. Use your platform to ruin an HOA. It's like
take down a neighborhood.
Yeah, don't be a jerk, dude. Honestly, bro, we're not mean to non-jerks.
We're not mean to non-jerks. That's our motto.
It's on the top of our website, FromOffham.com. Designed by the best, Jesse Neiman. The high-speed motorcycle Santa Claus is our next story. We've seen some weird things on the highway in Florida.
Is this good or bad?
Depends on who you ask. So it is, again, the kind of Florida story that sounds made up. Yeah. Happened in December. Great month for Santa. December 2024. Well,
that's when I would expect it. If I'm honest,
when he's the most active in Citrus County, multiple 911 calls come in. We have spotted a high-speed Santa Claus in a full suit, full hat, snowy white beard, who is popping handstands. There's no way that's real. Popping handstands on a motorcycle. The Santa Claus is popping handstands on a motorcycle.
I guess if you're popping something, handstands is the best.
Let me tell you. That is the safest thing you could pop is handstands. Florida Highway Patrol clocked Santa at 120 miles an hour on this.
Dude, he's got houses to go to.
He's delivering presents to little boys and girls from all over the world, bro. And so when they
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And this is a stance that we've both had for a while.
Come on, speak for me.
Uniforms should be illegal.
I agree 100%.
Unless you are in the position. So you can't buy Santa Claus unless you're Santa Claus. You can't buy cop outfit. You can't be sexy cop for Halloween.
You can't do that anymore because that's
unless you've been deputized.
That's the danger is now Trump's deputizing everybody. So theoretically, I guess you could buy a sexy cop outfit and then just be a sexy real cop. But I agree with you. You shouldn't be able to buy a Santa outfit unless you've been deputized as Santa by the elves and then by the Queen of England. So here's my thing: the cops go to pull him over, and he does this thing. It's kind of cool.
Well, they got to get up to 120, right?
Well, he slows down.
Oh, that's
and
nice. That's a Santa Claus move.
what we call third gear. Yeah. And so the cops pull up next to him and they're doing like the cop signals where they're just like, hey, buddy, pull over. You better
I'm
pull
gonna shoot
over.
your dog.
I'm going to shoot your dog.
Yeah. You know cops.
I'm going to tase your family.
What race are you?
Right. He pulls the mask up. No. So they pull up next to Santa and they're like, hey, you got to pull over, homie. He's like, I got you. Ho, ho, ho. Give me a second. I'm going to pull over.
Yeah.
And then homie goes, pops a wheelie.
No, he pops a wheelie away from them.
Best part of the story, they don't catch him, bro. He gets away.
You can't catch Santa.
No arrests were made at all. The cop who was quoted on the scene said, the cop who was quoted on the scene said he popped a wheelie and then he was a red blur that disappeared into side streets, never to be seen again. So, man,
chimneys, whatever.
Dude, Santa got away. What a great
that's a great story
ending.
to end on.
Yeah, but too bad I got one more. And so, last one here. It is Swan on the Highway. This again happened this past year. Morning traffic on Orlando State Road 408.
Oh, they caught me out on the highway, huh?
They caught Mr. Swan out on the highway. And so a swan apparently, circling back to Josh's thing about can birds be lost? This swan apparently was lost, and it had waddled into the middle of basically multiple lanes during rush hour. So State Road 408 is insane. It's a brutal traffic in Orlando.
Yeah, if it's traffic, if it's bumper to bumper and you're not moving,
right,
then a swan can walk through. Like there's no law.
But they're moving full speed. The traffic is full speed.
Oh,
ahead.
Well, then no.
They're all racing to work or church or OBT, wherever they're heading. What's crazy about this is, though, in a sign of beautiful humanity, all the cars kind of screech to a halt. And
I hope so.
All the drivers kind of stop. And the entire, like both sides of the freeway, avoid multiple car pileups to allow this kind of wayward swan to kind of...
Single swan,
just to kind of wobble across State Road 408. All of these lanes, right? And so eventually the Orlando police and the Florida Fish and Wildlife officers were called in. And they here's the thing. They were called in by folks who were pretty far back. And so all they know is there's been an instant stop on 408. So they're showing up thinking like, yeah, we got to help. This is an emergency. Yeah. There's a major highway that's now been shut down. Yes. There's a helicopter flying over. And when the Orlando police get there, they go, oh, I don't think we're the right agency for this. Because what had happened was the swan...
We can shoot it.
We could, but the swan stopped moving and was just chilling on the highway and was just like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Oh, the
swan's laying an egg, bro. And so the Orlando police end up calling the Florida Fish and Wildlife officers. They come in, they remove the swan, relocate it, and the highway opens up again. So when people talk about Florida traffic, bro, this is what we're dealing with. Alligators, swans, Santa Claus.
Let me ask, how far down the bird hierarchy do we have to go for those Florida drivers to not care? Because obviously it goes swan.
That's a great
goose.
Question. That's a great question.
Duck. Chicken. Pigeon.
You lost me at chicken. I do think, and
this is where it always is.
This is why I've seen multiple people be like extremely angry in Ybor. If you're not familiar with Ybor, it's kind of like this like a post-apocalyptic town in Florida. But Ybor has chickens running everywhere, right? And it's actually against the law to touch those chickens or mess with those chickens at all. $10,000 fine. And dude, if you talk to like a resident or someone local, they're angry about these chickens, right?
They're scared that they're going to accidentally kick one
and then be charged $10,000 generational debt for kicking a chicken. So
chicken.
So to answer your question, I think swan, goose or geese or gander, and then what was the third one you said?
Swan, goose, duck, chicken.
Duck. I think swan, goose,
there's a
duck,
line between chicken and duck.
100%. Right? I think that's where once you get past that,
it's bill, right?
It's full feathers. It's full. It's you're driving straight through, and then there's feathers afterwards. That's what I think.
So you got beak.
That's right.
I'll murder you. You got a bill.
Come on.
I love you.
Come on.
Right?
Hey,
dude,
that's the message. Motto? That's the motto for episode 339. If you got a beak, that's murder. You got bills, baby. We love you. Speaking of bills, tune into famafam.com for our website, patreon.com/famafam podcast. And look, check, cash, swipe up on that card. Still,
Bills.
if you're a kid listening and you're not listening to Sunday Coast Clubhouse, we're going to give you advice that we wouldn't have given you had you listened to Sunday Coast.
How to not get bullied, episode 2.
How to not get bullied, how to steal your parents' credit card, and go to our Patreon.
How to mail cash, how to mail fiat currency.
If you're a child and you want to send cash to 2 40-year-old men, here's how you do that. Episode 339. We love you. We appreciate you being, dude. Come on, almost 7 years of doing this. Just
easy money. Are we in the black or are we in the red right now?
Yeah, we're in a profitable season. We love you, and God bless your family. Way down upon this one.